welcome back to Trekyards Online. He's Commander Cockings.
He's not wrong, Captain Foley.
He's not wrong, Captain Foley. It's like often wrong soon. Oh, yes, game ships. Star Trek Online. Indeed, online. See?
Continue on game ship lookout. We've looked at Armada and Legacy and Bridge Commander and Bridge... all the fun stuff. But we love Stowe. We've done some modern Stowe ships in the past year. This is a slightly more old school one. Because I do remember this oddity from years past. Because, Star Trek Online has a rather interesting career, a rather interesting legacy of several design developers, several design teams. They've certainly, I think, found their groove in the last sort of 4 or 5 with just upping quality of things and accuracy and beautiful. I believe this is from a slightly older era of Stowe when some different things were happening, and this might reflect that. So here we are, Stuart. What's the ship name? And you know it? What do you think?
This is the Maelstrom Class. And no, I was not aware of this one. I love the name Maelstrom. It implies a storm, crazy amounts of activity. This looks like a ship, a bunch of ship parts were thrown into a tornado and just kind of randomly, and it's a maelstrom of a ship, because that's what it looks like. But I don't remember it from the game. I really don't.
I remember from art, from like ship art, poster art, like look, play Stowe. Here's this weird one. I never saw it. I never played it because early on in Stowe, when I played it originally, I think all the ships were tied to their faction specifically. So if you were science, you wouldn't be able to get. You locked yourself out of a lot of stuff, and for a long time, anyone could do anything because that's the fun of it, right? But so I never got a chance to play this ship, I believe.
It's interesting. Actually, what it reminds me of instantly is one of the concept sketches for the Defiant.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the same shape, and I think they took that and just added stuff to it. So
yeah, I mean, I never know what I'm going to talk about until we do these because I do the renders and then wait to talk to you. Yeah, it definitely feels like they took a Defiant and said, how can we Starfleet it up a bit by adding some of the classics back in but keeping it super integrated. I quite dig it in terms of a cousin of the Defiant. The guy that designed the Defiant had an equally weird fever dream and sketched this, and they made that as well. And it's like, wow, Jeff, you went out of the box a second time. Yep, that box, I like that box. But we're going to put the cells back on it. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting design. And again, with STO ships and game ships in general, window scale is kind of odd. The ones on the side look much smaller than the ones on the upper deck there on the bridge module.
And of course, that can't be the bridge because there's windows all around it, which is fine. The Defiant also has no top bridge. Although, that would be an amazing briefing room.
It's an observation deck, yeah.
Exactly, we just wrap around windows. That'd be great.
Yeah, table in the middle and windows all around. That'd be...
And no obstructive view or nacelles. And one thing to note is that it is kind of hiding its Starfleetness a little bit. From this view, you can see the nacelle glows, but they're very thin strips. And the facades you can only see because they're reflected onto the hull. So there's an armoured sense to it, which I like, but it definitely gives it a lesser Trek feel from this sort of view. We're going to look at different views, but from this view, a bit less so.
It also has Miranda-style elements, like that back part, right behind the upper part. It almost looks like the roll bar, like part of the roll bar of a Miranda class. So yeah, it definitely looks armored up and ready for battle.
Although because this is, like I said, a previous Stowe, what I'm missing is that there's no pennants. There's no red lines. There's no RCS thrusters. All of the little details that you literally need to have a ship work, it's missing every single one of them. Because they weren't doing them back then. Now they're just a decal layer they just add on, which they should, and this is missing everything.
Yeah, there's a perfect place for it just along that back spine. Long red stripes and the delta right at the front there.
Because those things add colour, right? Phaser strips that are slightly brown with the red around them for warning, all the red pinstriping, the yellow deltas, like... It's missing all this. It's very black and white because it's missing all those fundamental elements.
Speaking of phasers, I don't see any phaser strips nor phaser turrets. We got the red elements on the front, which are indicative of Star Trek Online weapon mounts.
Yep. I mean, if it's Defiant vibing, I suppose they could be forward-mounted pulse cannons.
Sure, yeah.
I guess.
Looks like there might be torpedo tubes in that center part there, recessed in.
Next view, though, Stuart, I felt we're going to need to learn about this ship. So the back view is busy. I don't know if I like it or not. I think I do.
Something about it says alien to me. It almost looks like the rear of a Cardassian ship with the pincer
Oh, yeah.
for configuration. It's odd, too, that there's nothing in that center spine. Like, that'd be a perfect place for a shuttle bay, weapon mounts.
Well, and same thing. Why are there big chunky details at the back of the nacelles and then nothing there? Intrigue, but don't know what they do.
Well, with that back attachment on the nacelle, you could almost make those like impulse engines, like additional impulse engines. You see the impulse engines underneath.
And for some reason, those little black plates on the back of the not roll bar annoy me because they clearly don't do anything.
Again, you could have put, like the Miranda class, have a shuttle bay 1 and 2 there.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. Have a roll bar shuttle bay pod system. That's cool. And then you can have, well, I guess it's not that big, but the long ones be a type of shuttle, middle ones be a shuttle pod, side ones be work bees, dedicated doors for each one.
And they could even be fly through bays. Like you could launch front or back if you redesign the front a bit.
Yeah, it'd be weird but cool. Now the next view I do remember having thoughts about when I rendered it, because I had to render it.
Lack of detail as far as windows and stuff go, which is fine. I love the placement of the registry numbers and the name of the ship. Now that deflector, it's very reminiscent of either a phaser rifle or the phaser lance on the Galaxy X. But I like the shape of that deflector and the detail inside, or lack thereof. I think it's quite interesting. And then you got the Defiant elements on those side pods where the way it angles down, you got windows there, which is neat. So,
They got the red and the green wrong, though. Blinkies.
Oh, of course they did.
On the wrong side. It's fine. Yeah, this is, and we talked about this in a previous episode, this is a testament to, I mean, they're not going to see the back almost ever. Let's just plate it. What should go there? Plates. Okay. Yeah? Yeah. Oh. They pressed skip when it came to designing the rest of the ship, Stuart. I don't mind it, though. In fairness, I actually think the sleekness is kind of nice, but I my brain says a vacuum of design went on here. But again, you're not going to see it from this view, so design the rest. But the back bottom view, that I quite like.
They've got some weapons mounts there. I love the placement and the size of the registry and the name on those nacelles. I think that's cool.
I do quite like the slit warp coils. I mean, talk about armoured. You can barely see them. I do like the impulse engines. Great placement. Although I'm wondering why there aren't impulse engines at the back of the Defiant style pods. There's just grills there. We'll put more impulse engines there. There you go. Obviously, they're warp engines on the Defiant. Now they're just grills. Okay. Or shuttle bays. They would be,
I was going to say, yeah.
That'd be surreal. Possible shuttle bays in.
Have yet to see a shuttle bay, but that's okay.
Wow, yeah, having 2 shuttle bay pods. I've not seen that before.
Those nacelles and struts from this angle look very Akira-esque.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like an Akira. The primary hull got removed and it docked to the back of a Defiant class concept. It looks like 2 ships mashed together at this point. You could take off that whole back part, the Akira-esqueness of it, and have a completely different ship. It looks like almost like a Jem'Hadar bug ship at the front.
I found phaser strips though.
Did you?
Yeah, look at the back. There's 2 black lines that are clearly raised in a phaser strip style, and the bottom of the Defiant-esque pods. Found phaser strips, Stuart. Huzzah!
Yes, you did.
They're just
Good job.
Now, orthographically, Stuart, will this ship sing or squeal? Top and bottom view.
This doesn't work for me. It's an odd looking ship from this angle. It's not bad necessarily. It just doesn't feel at all Federation or Starfleet. Yeah, you get a Breen or like a Cardassian vibe off of this. Even the shape of that front section, just all of it, just feels Cardassian-like to me. And then the pincer things at the back almost. It's weird. It's like I say, it's Defiant / classic Trek elements put together. And I mean, you can see the bottom view how they've just sort of cut into the pylons just to give them shapes. You can tell there's no reason for it except shape, which is, I mean, makes it creative, right? But there's no reason. It's just design. But it is a cool set of shapes. It is.
There's a lot of different shapes in this.
It's just very busy with a lot of different colors and shapes just kind of thrown everywhere. Like I said, it's a maelstrom of shapes and ship parts, all just tossed together into one.
The irony is, of course, that top detail, if you flooded that thing with torpedo launchers, this could feel like an amazingly powerful gunboat.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just like really powerful warp engines, a small primary hull, pulse phase in the wings like the Defiant, an entire roll bar of torpedo launchers. You could really amp this up.
Yeah, a torpedo gunboat definitely feels like that's what's appropriate for this.
And in fact, if you want to go fully military, because the bottom is clearly so flat and dull, imagine adding like 6 NX style drop hatches so it can also launch pods. That would explain why it's flat and simple, because it's just door, and drop torpedoes. Like you come in and just do things, right? I can see that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Surprising lack of detail on the bottom, though.
Oh my god, the front view is crazy. That's a transformer right there. What is this?
That's great.
Oh my goodness. Those are entirely different shapes, Stuart. What is going on here?
It almost gives off some Scimitar class vibes to me.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a scimitar with those nacelles look like the pods on the top of the scimitar. Just got to add the like wings, the long wings, and you'd have the same shapes almost.
Man, this thing's crazy from every other view. I mean, I'm assuming, yeah, the logic is that the red dots inside the pontoon side pods are pulse launchers, because that's kind of what the old Stowe did. They fire via points. I'm assuming that's what it's meant to be. Okay. But I see, yeah, more aft weapons. I see. I still like the nacelles, the little slits. They kind of work for me.
Yeah, they look good from the side.
There are they RCS thrusters or forward phasers, do you think, those brown details? Because if they're forward phasers, that's a new approach, which I kind of dig.
I think they're RCS thrusters, honestly.
But there are none on the rest of the ship, though. Because it implies they know what they are, but you can't just do two of them, right? But then the fact the other phasers aren't brown implies they don't know what they are. Okay,
we're talking about a different thing, because I see like more than... I see 4 at least.
Oh, they are. Oh, okay, they're off. Yeah, there are off brown things. Okay, they must be RCS. Still, there should be some on the nacelles for sure. There aren't. Okay, so which is your favourite view of the 3 then? Because they're all so different.
Front view. I love that. That is really cool looking.
Wow, this is a journey, Stuart. We're on a journey here. But back to 3/4, which does, again, entirely change the vibe.
Yeah.
Wow. Early Stowe, ladies and gentlemen. Early Stowe.
Yeah, a real interesting departure from standard Starfleet aesthetics. But I think it works in a lot of different ways, and a few ways I think maybe doesn't work for me, at least. Like I said, a real maelstrom of shapes and things and ideas as we look at it. Wow.
Yeah, it's like a lightning ship. It's like, it's so sparky with shapes and ideas. Don't look too closely because they're thin on the ground and a lack of details. But I think there's some genuine charm, and it would look crazy as like a flying shape in a Dominion War battle. Like as a squadron of 3 of these would look so zippy and like not as a hero element, but like around would be cool. I think.
Well, that's the other thing I kept thinking during this whole video was it's Jem'Hadar like in a lot of ways as well, right? So, I could see this taking on some bug ships or some Jem'Hadar like large ships.
Actually, maybe it's meant to be inspired by a bug ship, like that extra sharpness and kind of be a counter. Because yeah, now you've said that, there's some parallels there. I like it.
But guys, we want to hear from you. What do you think of it? Comment down below. That's what the comment section is for. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that bell notification icon so you get notified when we go live and when we do these edited content uploads, because we love Star Trek and we love ships, and so do you guys, hopefully. So like the video, do all the things, and hopefully you'll join us on a live or for future videos.
And if you want to and can support us directly, then please do on Patreon. It's a monthly service, or join the channel on YouTube. Also monthly, also a service, but not on Patreon. Or super chat on any lives, or super thanks on any video. It's a super chat, but on a pre-recorded video like this one, or PayPal, or buy a shirt. There's so many ways. So check out the description. They're all there.
That's right. So until next time, he is Commander Cockings.
He's got a Foley.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.